All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, welcome, happy Thursday, 15th or the 16th of July. Good morning, and welcome back to the trading room, TD Markets Academy, the trading room. It's now, we started 10 minutes later, all right, than the usual time, but we will, I don't think there's nothing that's going to stop us now. It's now 9:42. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope the sound is good. Let me just do this. All right, there we go. All right, welcome back, everyone. Let me acknowledge the chat. We've got Tanya, Young Sunny, Petunia, Baticles, Jules, Debatso, Boka. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. 18 people watching us live. 6 likes. Thank you. Let's pump up those likes. It's a Thursday. It's been a good week nonetheless. It's been a good week. Transfer, I can see you. Jules, Baticles, Kele, I can see you. Good morning. Let's do it again. Let's do it again and again and again. Let's do it again and again and again. All right. Let me just make sure I'm sorted this side. All right. Remember to open an account. The links are on the chat, right? Just scroll up. The links are on the chat. To open up an account, tdmarkets.com is the website. You can also email us at care@tdmarkets.com. You can also sign up for an account on our exchange, that is tdmarkets.io. All right. Yeah, so we're going to have a look at that. All right. Let me just see if we all sorted. All right. I am doing all right. Thank you. I can't complain. I'm doing all right. Thank you so much. And I hope all is well on your side. All right. Great stuff. Let's get right into it. Obviously, this is the first session for today, the 9:30 session, which started at 9:40. I think we sorted to rock and roll, yeah? I think you're all good to rock and roll. All right. So we've been looking at a couple of setups. They are moving. Some have not started moving. Some have changed slightly. So we're going to go back and have a look at those setups. The commodities are moving. I'm going to switch to the chart now. Let me do this. There we go. All right. So guys, like I said, the commodities are moving. The JPY pairs, we're still waiting. The Euro JPY, the AUD JPY, we caught that one. Commodities are moving. Just to start with an update. All right. Just to start with an update. AUD JPY is still moving. Euro JPY is still moving. Okay. So these ones have not changed. We got a bit of a reaction from the pound yesterday evening. All right, so the pound aggressively moved towards the upside because it has reacted to what they say is positive news to the UK finance minister. All right, so it seems like there's a new UK finance minister who's gonna take the position. So the markets are reacting positively to that. That's why we're seeing the pound has shifted towards the upside. All right. So with GBP USD, the analysis here was that we are looking for a move towards the downside. So this aggressive push didn't even give us an entry, right? It didn't even give us an entry. All right. So what are we looking at on GBP USD? Now, with the current price action, it does not break out of the overall bigger formation. All right. This is still the bigger formation. Price is still trading within this, where we were looking at price coming back down to this, right? So internally we have a very similar position now, or rather formation. Internally we have this formation as well, right? So it seems like now it's going back to that high, right? It seems like it's going back to that high. That is GBP USD. One more push back to that high now before we look for a drop. So this is the current change, right? The change on the GBP USD. The GBP USD. So with regards to the current formation, it looks likely that GBP USD is gonna go back to this high first before it goes down, or before we start to look for any push towards the downside. So here, since we've got this impulse move, you will notice that it broke the previous structure. It broke this structure. It broke this structure, right? And even broke the structure. So there's a break of structure here. There's a break of structure. All right. So what I would want here is a continuation to the upside. Now that's what I would look for, a continuation towards the upside. Let me just look at my structure there. Just give me 1 second. Okay, doesn't matter. So what I would want here is a retracement and a continuation of the structure. All right. So I'm keeping an eye on this fib. I'm keeping an eye on this fib for a possible retracement and a continuation of the trend. Right. So this is basically the idea: a retracement and a continuation back to that high. So this is the idea that I have on GBP USD so far, right? This is the idea that I have so far in GBP USD. So we'll just keep a very close eye on it. Yeah, but one more push down. So it seems like the yen pairs are gonna go, the pound pairs are gonna go up, right? So since we spoke about GBP USD, looking for a continuation, one more push back up to that high. All right, so this is the change. The GBP AUD also, there's a slight change, but it does not change the overall picture. So GBP AUD, right? GBP AUD, this doesn't, okay, yeah, because it's because of the obviously the fundamentals. All right, so GBP USD, GBP AUD, my apologies, there were two possibilities on this one. There were two possibilities. All right, the first possibility was that we're gonna continue dropping from where price was, or price will go up one more time and start dropping from this high. So with the current price action now, seems like this is going back to this high. It's going back to this top again one more time. All right, it's going back to that top one more time. Let me do this. All right, yeah, seems like this is gonna make its way back to that high. So if I'm looking for shorts, I would be looking for shorts from this high. If I'm looking for shorts, I'll be looking for shorts from this high, right? So at the moment, the change here is that the trend has continued pushing up. The trend has continued pushing up. So the idea is that we're gonna go up, and then from there complete this formation and then continue going down, right? But the short-term move is towards the upside. The short-term move is towards the upside. All right, so this is the impulse. This is the impulse. Yeah, so just a continuation of this impulse. Let me do this. Yeah, Yeah, so just a continuation of this impulse. All right. Let me see. Yeah, a continuation of this impulse. So this is the change on GBP AUD. The change on GBP AUD. So it didn't continue breaking towards the downside. So we are going up one more time now. We are going up one more time. All right. And then the other change. So this is just a short-term change. Like I said, it has not changed the bigger trend, right? And the bigger picture. It hasn't changed the bigger picture. So what it seems to be doing right now is this, right? What it seems to be doing is one more push up, go back to that high, and then resume this structure here. Resume that structure there. So this is what it seems to be doing. So we'll keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. The other pound, so the pound yen. The pound yen is also pushing up. Yeah, so we didn't really look at this one this week, so we'll just have a look at it. The euro pound, another pound we spoke about this week. Also, obviously, because of the pound, it has reacted to the downside, right? But it doesn't change this. It doesn't change the overall picture. So the fib, this was the fib. This was the fib, all right? So we have broken below the 161.8. We have broken below the 161.8. The analysis here was that the market has broken the zone, right? So we're anticipating a pushback to that zone while our channel was like this. While this was our channel. So it is, at the moment, it is slightly trading below the channel, but I don't think it is changing this overall view. Yeah, I don't think it's changing this overall view. So the next structure we can look at is here. I see the next structure right here. Right here. So my plan for this is to use this structure to see if price is gonna bounce from this structure, and then use the Fibonacci again. Use the Fibonacci again to get a bounce above 161.8. So that 161.8, I'm still looking at it. So the idea is to see if price can confirm by bouncing from that low, confirm by bouncing from this structure, and then from that structure give us a bounce or a break above 161.8, right? Something like this. Something like this. Something like this. Yeah, something like this. So get a bounce here, anywhere around this area, and then break above the 161.8. Then I'll be looking for opportunities above 161.8. There might be some down here. We'll have to wait and see, right? At the end of the day, price has to confirm. There might be some here, but the break above 161.8 will be looking for this continuation towards the upside. This continuation towards the upside. So for myself, I'm not interested in selling this market, right? There are people who are selling. There's nothing wrong with that. There are people who are selling, but for me, I'm not interested. I'm focused on buying this market once it starts reversing, right? That is my personal plan. My personal plan for euro pound. So if, according to your setups, if you do find continuations of the current momentum, right, you can go for them, because your setups are showing you, they are confirming to you that price will continue going down. But I'm interested in a buy on this one. I've seen this formation over and over and over again over the years, right, where price will, according to this formation, price would go up. So I've seen this over and over and over again over the years. It's just the repetition of these things. just the repetition. So yeah, so still keeping an eye on euro pound for a buy, right? Still keeping an eye on that. So the pound odd, one more push towards the upside. Euro pound seems like it's going to come back down one more time before it gives us a push towards the upside. Before it gives us a push towards the upside. All right. Cool stuff. So we're doing just an update, guys, on what we spoke about. All right. Silver has gone back to the low. Silver has gone back to the low. Right. Silver has gone back to the low. There we go. So this move doesn't look like it's done though. All right, this move is not done. There's a bit more downside that's coming on silver. A bit more downside, right? So up until we reach this low, we reach that low. So a bit of downside that's coming. And it seems like it's breaking out of the bigger formation. Let's see. So if you go to the weekly, if you go to the daily, the weekly, it seems like it's going back to the low of this formation. Like this. There we go. So this is the overall bigger formation. It's trading within. So we're making one more push down. It might go as low as this. We will just monitor and follow it. It might just go as low as this. But short term, we are looking at $55.6. $55.6. This low to be hit. 55.5. All right. Yeah, so nothing has changed on silver. It's still coming back down one more time. It's still going back down one more time. All right. So this is how we are looking with silver. Yeah, this is how we're looking with silver. There we go. Done. Done. It's going back down there. Done. All right, and gold obviously is gonna follow as well, right? Gold is taking its time, taking a bit of time. The gold structure has not changed. All right, this is the gold structure price is trading in. This low right here. Overall, it's the same structure as gold. With this one, there's a bit of detailing on this structure that is a bit different to the silver structure. There's a bit of detailing. You will notice here we've already tapped these lows again, right? We've already tapped these lows again. Whereas when you look at silver, silver has not really tapped this low again, right? So with gold, there's this detailing on gold that might be a bit delayed, or it might not fully go back and tap the structure, right? So what I'm trying to say is between these two setups, the silver and the gold setup, for me the silver setup is more appealing than the gold setup, right? For me the silver setup is more appealing than the gold setup. The only thing that you know makes this gold setup not appealing is the market has already come back down to these lows, right? You see how we have a bounce, a bounce, a bounce. So it has already done that. So I won't be surprised if it does not go back. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't go back, right? But if you look at the overall trend, it is still very much bearish, right? Everything is still bearish. So what I'm saying is, because of these lows, there's a possibility it might go back down. There's a possibility it might not go back down. So the situation we're looking at here is 50-50. We're looking at the 50-50 situation here. But if you look at silver, probabilities are much more higher that it's going to do this. probabilities are much more high that it's going to do this. You see how it is. So now this is one of the it's not really a topic, but just to make you guys aware, this is one of the things I like mentioning with our advanced clients, that yes, everything might make sense towards the downside or towards the upside. Everything might make sense. All right. The structure might make sense. The overall trend might be going down and all of that. But there are certain things that only experience will teach you. No one can teach you this. Only experience will teach you. All right. There are certain things that might appear there and there, which then makes that overall setup shift towards a different direction, or give us a 50-50 scenario or situation. All right. So things like this. So here we have a 50-50 situation. That's why we are seeing right now gold. You see how gold is just trading sideways now. You see how it's just trading sideways. So don't be surprised if you see it break out of this instead. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you see it break out of this. There. Right? But at the same time, it can still go down. So if I was going to look for a trade, right? If you're in a situation like this and I was going to look for a trade, right? I would wait for certain things to break. I would wait for structure to break, right? First of all, I would wait for if this breaks out, right? Then I would look for a push back to a high like this, right? I would look for a move back to a high like this. I would look for a move back to the high like that, right? But now for it to break towards the downside, I would want it to break a structure like this. Let me show you. Let me see if, yeah, I would want it to break this low here. Let's go to the 4 hour. There we go. It's this structure. So for me to consider selling gold, I would want it to break below the structure first there, because where it is right now, it can do this. Where it is right now, it can do this. All right. So now a break of this towards the downside can then give us this push, right? Projecting that we have broken out, we're coming back down. Yeah, so this is the situation now we see on gold. So it's not really appealing at the moment. This is where now we need to just wait for more price action. We need to wait for more price action, right? We need to wait for more price action. So silver would be appealing to me. It has already gone down though. It has already gone down, but it would be appealing. Gold, I would let gold slide. This one, I would just let it go, right? But yeah, but obviously we've got the whole day, so we will come back and have a look at it. We will come back. There's nothing wrong in waiting for a trade, right? Obviously that is a default setting, but there's nothing wrong in not getting a trade for that day, for that week. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Because the trade is always around the corner. Always around the corner. All right. So anyone who's looking at the commodities, this is how we're looking. Silver is more appealing, right? The move has already started from these areas. From those areas, from these areas, it has already started. Gold as well, the move has already started, but it's sideways. Let's see if it's going to change or progress towards the downside. All right. We also had a look at the yen pairs. The yen pairs, guys, that has not changed. Remember, we've got the CAD yen. Remember, we've got NZD JPY. So these ones may follow. They may, develop maybe next week. We'll just have to wait and see. They may develop next week. We'll just have to wait and see. CAD yen, just waiting for a correction. Remember, we have our TP up here, right? One of our TPs up there, and the other one is up here, and the other one is up there, right? We've got one of our TPs there. So it is going up, right? It is going up. We're just waiting for our trade entries here. It is going up, right? Let me look at the daily if there's a change. So we've broken the structure. Yeah, I'm still waiting for a pullback. I'm still waiting for a correction before joining the trend. Yeah, I'm still waiting for this before joining the trend, right? I'm still waiting for this before joining the trend. So CAD JPY still the same. CAD JPY still the same. We get a correction, we're going up with this one. It's taking a bit of time, right? It's taking a bit of time, so there's nothing we can do. Unfortunately, we don't control price movement. There's nothing we can do. So a correction, there is a correction on the lower time frame though. Let me do this. There is a correction on the lower time frame. Yeah, there is a correction on the lower time frame, right? It seems like CAD JPY, according to this M15 formation I see, right, seems like it's gonna do this first, create another low first before it resumes, right? It's doing what the DXY did. Remember with the DXY, it went down one more time. Like I showed you guys, it went down one more time. So according to this formation, here, we might be getting something like this, where it would go down one more time before it goes up, right? And this would be the continuation. This would be the continuation. So for me to buy CAD JPY, I want it to come back to the lows. You know, I would want it to come back to the lows before buying it. So this is the situation I'm looking at. If not, right, if not, then this is going to give us a bigger, like a 4-hour correction. If not, this is going to give us a 4-hour correction and then a continuation towards the upside. So let's see if this will develop today. All right, so nothing has changed with CAD JPY. NZD JPY, nothing has changed. It's still going up. Unfortunately, I haven't found any trades on this one. It's still pushing up. Remember, the take profit is still up here, right? One of the take profits that we are looking at is here, and one of the take profits obviously is on this high there. So one of the take profits here, one of the take profits we are looking at is there, right? So this one hasn't given us a trade as yet, so yeah, we're just waiting. But maybe some of you guys are in because we trade different setups. Yeah, so if you're in already, that's good. I'm still waiting. But the direction was spot on. Do you see here, guys? Right? The direction is spot on. That's what I always say. I always say for your entries to work the way you would like them to work, your direction is very important. Learn to master to get the direction right. Master to get the direction right, and then you will see how simple your entries can get, right? So yeah, direction spot on, just looking for the momentum. That's it, spot on. So yeah, so let's see if this is gonna correct. Let's see if this is gonna correct. CAD JPY, Yeah, CAD JPY also looking for the same thing. All right, so the JPY pairs, Euro JPY, nothing has changed. We're still going up. Nothing has changed. We're still going up. Correction, a continuation. That's it. Right. So the take profit for this one is all the way up here. The take profit for this one is all the way up here. Right. So we're just gonna follow this trend. Correction, continuation. Just this correction, continuation. We're just gonna follow this. If anything changes, then we'll come back. But as it is now, the bigger structure is bullish. The bigger structure is bullish. AUD JPY also, the bigger structure is still bullish. So in fact, this one has already gone to the take profit. The take profit was here. If you guys remember, the take profit was here. So this one is done. The setup is complete. The take profit was there. So if it breaks, then we're looking at this going back to that high. If it breaks, but where it is right now, the setup is complete. It's done. Where it is done. All right. So Euro JPY, continuation towards the upside. There. All right. And when you look at the dollar, all right. When you look at the dollar, let's see, NZD USD, AUD NZD. Let's have a look. Yeah, NZD USD is still pushing up as well, right? So this is how now we're gonna approach NZD USD, right? Let me put it this way. All right, so this is what we have now. We have this, right? We've got this. So now it has not broken out of the formation. So we were looking for a continuation down. That hasn't happened. It hasn't broken out of the formation. So now, since it's still trading within the formation, we've got these highs here. So price seems like it's going back to these highs, right? So this one, this is another change as well, another change. So since it's trading within the structure, seems like we're going back to that high, right? But you can have your own take profit in between. All right. So AUD NZD is now bullish. Sorry, and this is NZD USD. NZD USD is now bullish. I just want to check the weekly, get the weekly structure in. Yeah, this is the trend here. So following this trend from these lows. Following this trend from these lows, all right? This is the trend. So these corrections are going to give us continuations, right? Continuations. These corrections are going to give us continuations. So I would look for another correction to form for a continuation up. So this is the trend here, right? Just be wary of this structure, right? Be wary of this structure there. But any continuation, it's towards the upside. It's towards the upside. So just be wary of that structure. AUD NZD, I believe it's been going down. I'm not sure. It's been months since I saw AUD NZD, but I believe it's been going down. Exactly. There we go. It's been going down. Let's see what's happening here. So with this one, guys, right? There was a time a long time ago. I believe it was a couple of months ago, but not that long. I believe it was 2 months ago, where on one of the trading rooms we did the analysis, and then I told you, I don't remember who asked about AUD NZD, and looking at this move, I mentioned that this move is overbought. This move is overbought. It needs a correction. That's what I said the last time. This move is overbought. It needs a correction. And the correction is, it's a correction of this structure, basically a big correction like this, right? And then we went as far as saying we're going to use this structure here. We're going to use this structure here to determine how far any movement to the downside can go. All right. So you see how aggressive, especially if you go to the monthly time frame. You look at the monthly time frame, you're going to see like almost like a straight line. There we go. Look at this. So movements like this, guys, right? Movements like this, when they crash, they tend to crash real hard because it's a move that at some point will be overbought, and then the market, according to the market structure, the market needs to correct, right? The market needs to correct. So it seems like that correction we were waiting for, it seems like it has started. And since this is a monthly correction, it's going to take a long time to go down. So it's going to be a downtrend. You see how it is. So with AUD NZD, I would look for sells. I would look for sell positions on this one. I would look for sell positions. Let's see with regards to structure what is going on. First, let me do this. Yeah, that monthly, you see that monthly stochastic. This is where it is. That monthly stochastic, this is where it is. So it's extremely overbought. It's extremely overbought. All right, cool. So this one, I would look for downside on this one. I believe with the Fibonacci, it is on the 61.8. Aha, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So this is what I would look for. Either back down to this, right? So a couple of things. Let me do this. A couple of things. If you look at the lower time frame structure, remember guys, there's always a possibility that price can go up one more time. Never forget that. There's a possibility that price can go up one more time. All right. Let's see what's happening here. Right. So we've broken the structure. We are breaking the structure. In terms of the change of the structure, we see a change of character at the moment. In terms of the overall change of structure, it hasn't really formed, right? So what I would say here is we need a continuation. We need a continuation, something like this, just for us to get a much better clarity, something like this. At some point, we just need this continuation just to get a better, price action for one more push down. You see how it is? This structure here, this formation has not fully changed the structure. So that means there's a possibility it may go up one more time. So it hasn't fully changed the structure. So we are just waiting. It's going to be a waiting game, this one. It's going to be a waiting game. The next structure here is this one that needs to break. So it has not broken the structure. It has not broken the structure. But yeah, but it is bearish. It is bearish. One more push down. And yeah, we're good to go. We are good to go. So this move is overbought. It needs its correction. So there's a correction that's forming there. All right. It could be an opportunity for maybe next week. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. All right. So that's NZD USD, AUD NZD. All right. So this is how things are looking, guys, right? There was an opportunity, there was a buy on Euro USD, but obviously I was not looking at it. I saw it this morning. I saw this morning that there was a buy on that because it's going back to this high, right? It's going back to that top. So there was a buy here when the market completed this formation. I just saw this morning. Honestly, I was not really looking at this. I just saw this morning. When the market completed this would have been, there was a buy here, right? Going back to that high on Euro USD. So Euro USD is still trading within this big structure, and it's here now. This is where it is. This is where it is. So the DXY, let me just have a look at the DXY here. The DXY, it went down one more time. So let me show you this. All right, just waiting for the DXY to open. Just 1 second. All right, there we go. The DXY. Yeah. So I'm gonna share the chart here. Yeah, so the DXY is about to complete the pattern. The DXY is about to complete the pattern. Let me do this. Right. So this is the DXY. It's about to complete the pattern. All right. It went down one more time as previously suggested. So it's about to complete the pattern. This is the pattern. Like this. Right. So it needs to create the low. So where it is right now seems like it is the low, or it needs to create the low. Once that low is done, then the trend is going to resume. There, the trend is going to resume, right? Once the low is done. So if you look at Euro USD, it's the same thing here, but in a different direction, of course. With Euro USD, you flip this around, it will give you the exact same price action flipped around. So like this, like this right here. One more push up and then a push down, and then a push down. So Euro USD needs to break this high, give us a new high, then anywhere around this area, this is where we would want to start to look for shorts, anywhere around that area. So at the moment it's just completing this leg. GBP, that's why GBP USD can go up one more time, right? That's why GBP USD can go up one more time before it goes down. So yeah, so my eyes are gonna be on GBP USD and Euro USD in the next week, right? GBP USD, Euro USD, together with Euro Yen, AUD Yen, CAD Yen, together with these ones, my eyes will be on Euro USD, GBP USD. All right. So this is how things are looking, guys, right? The morning market breakdown. For today, it seems like for today we can still maybe NZD USD, there could be a trade maybe today. GBP USD, maybe there could be a trade. Silver, definitely. Trades are active on silver. Gold, we'll see. All right. Euro JPY, AUD JPY, there could be trades today. It's just a matter of us waiting. Just a matter of us waiting. All right. And yeah, so for the morning market breakdown, morning trading room, morning analysis, this is how things are looking. This is how things are looking. So let's see what's going to happen throughout the day, guys. All right. Opportunities are still developing. Stick to your plan, stick to your trading plan, stick to your setups, and yeah, we'll take it from there. All right. Remember, the links are on the chat. If you want to sign up for an account, tdmarkets.com, tdmarkets.io for both the exchange as well as the trading CFDs on the MetaTrader. And then all the links, email address is there for any queries and all of that. All right. For this morning, we're going to end it here. It's been a good one. Let's do it again later. Let's see what's going to happen later. And let's push. Guys, have a good morning. I'll catch you guys during lunchtime. Cheers, guys.